Okay. What up, Gates? How's Arizona? Thursday starting out? Oh, not bad. Got all the labels set up for the Patreon shipments already, so that's a plus. Now I really just got to get the quantity of how many I've got. It's going to be right on the edge. For Gotham, I think 27 people picked that first, and I've got 28 total to start with. So we'll see how many pass QC there. What up, Andrew? What do you guys got Thursday? Well, morning for Gates, evening for Andrew. A little later, remind me and I'll talk about some differences. I want to make a video on it, but I redesigned the Herdsman for the brass version. Perfection. Glitched. I don't think they're going to be able to see it that great here, Andrew. Just the lighting that I have set up right now is not the greatest. Yeah, we're getting over a little cold here too. We're starting one. I don't know. Somebody's always sick. What up, Brandon? How's that coffee? Brandon's making coffee, but he didn't offer. Okay. That's not ideal. %50 on the foundry so far. What up, Bradley? Gonna be at Nationals? No. Is Nationals in Arizona this year? Yeah, I won't be at Nationals. I don't know if I'll actually be at any contest this year. There's an Ohio one. I could figure that out. Maybe a Pittsburgh one, but not a Philly. Wait till you guys feel the finish on these. I changed the grit a little bit on the diamond blasting, so it's not quite as aggressive, but it is silky. Like it's extremely slick and silky. No grab on sticky or tackiness at all. Contests are, I don't know. I don't, like if I have a booth, it's different, and I'm just kind of, the booth is like the safe spot. People will come up and chat or whatever, hang out, ask questions. But Other than that, I feel weird. Not a big people person, of course. And I don't love watching people yo-yo for that long. So, don't love contests. Similar to the P19? Yes. For whatever reason, it's a little bit slicker, I feel like, on these Herdsman, though. Yeah, I think Foundry might be the best solid color brass yo-yo, right? Andrew, you know where the extras are going to be posted. I know I've got extra Foundries. I don't have any extra Gothams for sure, and then Chug Jugs, it just depends on how the testing goes. That is just glassy. That's what I envision, like it's like a lake that's perfectly still, and you can see perfect reflections in it. What up, Danny? You at school today, my man? Why is it called a Chug Jug? Their Chug Jug is an item in Fortnite that is a bluish greenish liquid, and then it has the gold or brassish encasing, I think. So it works up just nicely. Yeah, you get access to all the extras, Andrew, no matter what level you are over there. For the Foundry, I don't think you have to worry about being a higher tier for higher priority. I think everybody will get a chance for a Foundry. What's for lunch, Danny? Hopefully a little rectangle pizza and green beans. Is that still normal school lunch? Cheese dippers. My goodness, that's amazing. They'll probably be posted today or tomorrow. So you got time. Well, if they're tomorrow, you got time. Drumsticks today? Drumsticks and gravy. We used to have this thing called Turkey Gravy Day, and it was like turkey gravy, like actually like gravy with a little bit of turkey chunks in it, and they just dumped that on mashed potatoes, and that was your dinner or your lunch for the day. stopping by to say, hey, working in the rain, and my earpiece doesn't go loud enough, can barely hear anyways. The one day out of the 365 it rains out there, Dick. Hope you have a good day, man. Dick's a resident in sunny San Diego. Is the volume good for everybody else? I think I have it set at a nice pace. At least it looks like it on my end. I bet Dick has to turn it up on YouTube, but then his earpiece. I had sweet potato fries the other day and they had soap accidentally pour in them or something. Are you kidding me? Those lunch ladies work hard on that. Whew. What up, Garage Dad? I haven't watched the YouTube video yet, but I do want to. I haven't come across it at the right time yet. What up, Harley? Yeah, that one did not feel good. Tyler, I got your hat on today. Yeah, that one got the knuckle pretty good. Herd Gang, what up, Phil? Yes, the herdsman himself has made an appearance. This is my old one, so it does have a little ring on it. Yours are already in the mail though. Ron was on top of it. He got that stuff out. All right, so that turned out a lot better. We started out 2 A grades, 2 glitches, and the rest of the way we got 20 A grades and 1 more glitch. So back to the proper ratio. Okay, we'll move into the chug jug. You guys want to see it spinning or not spinning? We'll start with spinning. My goodness. Almost looks like it's vibing, but it's glass smooth with that fade on it. Really not the best lighting for this, but this is what we have right now. I don't have a good setup. Tyler, what's your skill level in the golf course? Any trash grades? Send them over. Why don't you just oh, your epoxy river action? Yeah, you need like a Herdsman cutting board. Phil, I will. I'll make sure that I don't send those ones to Brad. I'll have an A grade out to you shortly. Tyler, what's your skill level? What's your handicap? I looked for you on the Grint. I couldn't find you. I want to know if I maintain being the world's best golfer that yo-yos. Andrew, you'll see that Foundry post. Welcome back. It'll actually be a post with the extra chug jugs and Foundries available, and then that's where you'll comment. I'm a 10 handicap right now, and I'd love to get the single digits this season. Okay. I'm going to maintain that crown for a while. But 10's good. 10 means you know what you're doing. You can shoot in the 70s every once in a while. I'm a 1.6 right now, Danny. I was a plus 0.5 for a little bit last year. I had a hot week where I shot under par 2 of my 3 rounds and then even the 3rd round, so that really spiked the handicap up for a minute. But now I'm back down to a 1.6. Up to a 1.6, down to up to a 1.6, I guess it would be. I don't know. I really wanted to go putt some today, but I don't think that's in the cards. I'm going to try and play tomorrow if I get these Herdsman out. Keep that crown for a long time with the 1.6. Yeah. 1.6 is pretty good. It's hard to get to. I kind of, for the most part, like I started hitting the driver better, and so when I hit the driver well, I score. And besides that, I got a lot better on the mental side of the game. Which it's stupid, but you save a lot of strokes just knowing, like on this whole don't go long. So you might end up short, but you're in a much better position to make par, and you're not going to make that bogey or double by going to the one spot you can't on a hole. But when I hit the driver well, it's good. What app did you use? I usually track my stuff on 18 birdies. I used 18 birdies for a little bit, and I switched to the Grint, G-R-I-N-T. I like it a little better. And then I plugged in, so now I have an actual handicap instead of just their kind of made up one. I hope to play in a couple, like 2-man tournaments sometime this year. And you can only play in the tournaments if you have an official handicap and you're less than a 5.4. I think I worked the reverse from you, Tyler. When I was in high school, my parents would just drop me off the golf course. We would golf for free if we worked for the course. So we picked a range and whatnot. And then when the course was busy and we couldn't get out, we would just spend hours on the putting and chipping green. So usually the chipping green saves me because if I'm close to the green, I've got a pretty good up and down percentage, as long as I don't short side myself, and that's where the mental part came in from. Yeah, so I don't know if 18 birdies does it, but Grit will just plug your scores right into the GHIN. But I got it because my friends have it, so it's fun that when one of your buddies goes live, you can track their round while they're playing. Until, of course, it says, like, you'll get a notification. Jake drove the number 3 par 5. He reached the green in 2. 3 putt for par. So then your phone blows up and people make fun of you for your 3 putt. So there is an added pressure there of people watching your round. So I think you're gonna like the brass, Andrew. Kind of, the only qualm on the Herdsman is a little bit shorter of the spin time. In the brass, it adds 1.5 grams, but it doesn't play heavy at all. So it's still gonna be that light, floaty, fast, but it has just a lot more spin time now. Yeah, it does more so than I think you notice in the Luna. AO7 plans. You know, right now I'm drawing a blank. I don't. This might already be AO7. I don't remember. The body might be AO7 already, Danny. No, I started with the Foundry. We're on the Chug Jug. I've got the Gotham coming up. What up, Brandon? Much better than when you were in here. So if it starts going bad, I'm going to ask you to leave again. But it's picked up and it's going according to plan now, right in that 10% range or so. So I need a new G2 soon. Right now I'm messing with the Brasse and the GVP. That's a big spectrum there, like 20 grams difference. And the mustache, of course. You got any recommendations for what I need to be on the lookout for? It kind of depends on what kind of area you're looking for. I gotta remember. I can't remember if I went 6061 or 7068 on the body to start. I don't recall. Thanks. It finally looks good with the painted wall. Very heavy to very light. Well, there's a couple things. We got some big yo-yos on the horizon. Afterlife and Tsunami are both going to be larger yo-yos. Afterlife, like, just slightly oversized, 59. Tsunami popping all the way out to 62 for diameter-wise. So those are definitely going to be enjoyable. Tsunami's in that aftershock, Quake aftershock body style. And people really like the Arbiter X. If you find one of those on the BST, that's not something we'll have in the store though. Banshee 22 is really good. That will be in the store. I don't know. I'd have to fill a gap of something that you were looking for. The Elite 23 is on its way. We've got an Encore on the way. They're all, like, everything that's coming is pretty much in its own category. So we'll have a wide range to fulfill your desires. I think if you find an Arbiter X, you might like it. These brass Herdsmen might be right up your alley for something that's a little bit smaller. If you played I forget, maybe an SF Bliss, it's got that U shape to it, so it's a little unique. Need a big boy 430 size Herdsman. I think that would be uncomfortable, right? Maybe not. I don't know. Brass Herdsman right now is pretty much perfection. But it's kind of this unique shape, so shaping comes into play. But weighting wise, very nice. Biggest thing is it's that concave section there. The E23 I am happy about. The design was pretty clean. It's a good evolution of the Elite. Very different than the Herdsman just because of the weighting. It's bigger and less weight. A lot faster. Could really use some better lighting in here. Well, this is the version 2, but the version 2 is production. Going to be. But that's probably this fall. Takes a while. Chug Jug's testing nicely. I don't want to jinx it. Yeah. Little Elite savings jar. $5, $9, $18. Okay, we're looking good on the Chug Jugs. Gotham is where we need the fingers crossed. Should I sign up for Patreon? So, the Afterlife, I kind of let people know if they signed up in April, they were going to get that for sure. It's the shipment for April. So then Patreon will have access for the extras. I don't know the plans for the Elite 23 yet. That's still a little bit out. I haven't ordered production for those. I don't know, Heinz. I don't know. It's been fine. So I think you're okay. That's so smooth. Even the brass rims are perfect. All right, Gotham time. Let's see if you guys can see him, but so I went with these because I thought the yellow splash would look nice with the brass. Not too contrasty. That's what I worry about with splashes on the rings. Foundry was the first color, so it's a dark gray with the brass. It's just clean. Probably people's favorite solid color with brass is Foundry. Right there with a darker purple. I didn't know which one to go with between the Foundry or a dark purple. Okay, we're on the books. 1A grade. High pressure, because if those all are smooth, everybody gets their first choice color, which that's perfection. What changed on the rim design? Looks like more AL, slimmer rim. So for the most part, the rim is pretty close in size, and I'll try and get you in here. So yeah, it's thinner, but it's a lot wider. So we've actually got a little more metal in there, a little more rim. It's just wider and thinner versus wider going into the cup, where the aluminum one was more of the rim but thinner pressed in, and I didn't like how you kind of would bump the aluminum or the stainless steel on the rim, so I put it down at the bottom, tucked it in a little more, and then added some more size to it depth wise to increase that percentage, to make it, to match it up to where it was at prior, basically. Just a hair more of the weight there, sizing. So it goes up with the change from stainless steel to brass, but then it's also slightly bigger. Yeah, deeper into the cup. That's a good word for it. So that looks like that helps a little bit. It's just the video, you're not going to be able to really tell sizing. You can see it looks a lot thicker on the rim on that stainless steel one, but if you get in here, you can see that it's not as deep there, possibly, where the brass one goes in deeper. Where did I pull? gonna make a video to talk about that, and so hopefully I can get some better angles while I'm describing it for the video. It's hard to do right here with the fixed camera and fixed lighting. Brass Arbiter X, maybe 63.5. It plays it's a very highly rim weighted yo-yo. Still plays pretty light. It's got a little bit of kickback on it when you throw it with the higher MOI. This is the responsive version. I think you feel the weight on the brass Banshee SS more than you do on the Arbiter X. It's more evenly distributed and just heavier overall. The brass X, it has a little bit of a momentum that you don't quite get accustomed to, I feel like. It's a little bit unique. Walking at lunch today, getting those steps in, Brandon, for the 30,000, 300,000, I mean. Yeah, he had a couple rough days, so I was behind. It was cold and wet, so I didn't get outside, and 2 pretty big office days. So I got like 27,000 after 3 days, so not a ton behind. About the same spot you were. As long as you have a monkey that like Ken, Chris, or Eddie doesn't have, you'll be good, because they'll give you top dollar if they're looking for one. I believe that those 3 combined hold 50% of the monkey fingers in existence. Honestly, the 10,000 a day, it might be the lightest challenge, because just your normal day, you can pretty easily, I want to say, get 6,000, 7,000. So to get to 10,000, isn't that overly hard? I feel like to really make it a challenge, maybe we should have done 12 or 15. But We've also been slacking on the number of completions, so it's going to be good to get some more people in to complete the challenge. In theory, planks was pretty easy. It was just a boring 10 minutes a day. And I didn't realize how fast you could do the push-ups throughout the day. I was just doing drop and give me 15. And that's like literally 15 seconds. Where the plank, you know, it's a full half a minute or a minute, so it took a while to get in. And also this month I did add that added bonus for the giveaway for one of the top 3 steppers. So we'll see what happens. I think somebody might turn in like a 500,000 month. 9,000 steps in your shift. Andrew, you should got in, my man. You're basically there. You got to step 1,000 at home probably. Got a couple that I'm sure they don't have. Don't know the price point. Yeah, I don't have any help for you there on the price point. What you doing out there? Did you make lunch? What'd you have?
I didn't make you lunch.
Okay.
I'm gonna have leftovers.
Okay.
What do you usually do when I'm not home?
Make lunch.
What?
Make something. Eat cereal. Whatever I can find. 6 packs of Gushers. Who did? Eat a bag of Flamin' Hot Cheetos. Let me grab an Arbiter X so I can help describe it a little bit. It feels so light. I'm telling you, this bearing brand, aren't you? Yeah. All right. Full-bodied powerhouse. It's light in your hand. Once you get it on the string, it's got a lot of momentum with it that you wouldn't expect for as light as it feels in your hand. And then it spins, and that thing came back with power. So anything, if you're looking for something, I know you're not competing, but a little bit competition-oriented, if you find a brass Arbiter X, absolutely likely the one you're looking for right now, I think, Tyler. So that brass X does not feel heavy in the hand at all, or even heavy really on the string, but it feels big and powerful. There's a lot of momentum with it. Not like a hefty momentum, like I don't know, like a ripped linebacker momentum, not a lineman momentum. I'm gonna start using sports players to describe how a yo-yo plays. Like the Herdsman brass is kind of a little bit smaller. It's pretty quick and nimble, a lot of power. It's like a powerful running back. Where you might say the stainless steel version was more of your pass catching running back. A little shifty. What do you guys think? Football player analogies for the rest of the yo-yos? Custards are delicious. It's just not something that you should probably be eating. I think I'll probably make an egg sandwich for lunch, since I know you guys are fully invested now in that conversation. The football player analogy, I think, actually works fantastic. But then I was trying to think like what the afterlife would be. So there's some that don't fit. So the afterlife is huge and just floaty and so it's like maybe like your 6'7" uncoordinated tight end. Where they're just kind of like prancing around, and then, but they're not like thick and ready to play. They got the wide receiver body still thin and lanky. They need to put on some weight. Like if we rotate into basketball, but I can't do it for other teams as well. But the Cavs, Evan Mobley, he's just like this big, lengthy guy. He's not filled out yet. He's like a second-year player. He's like the same size. He's actually bigger than LeBron, but he's not thick like LeBron. So he doesn't have that power and momentum. That would be the afterlife kind of versus the life. A little bit bigger in size, but a lot softer. So friends and family on the BST now because at the end of the year, if you sell over $600 in PayPal goods and services, PayPal is going to send you I don't know if it's like a 1099 form that reports your sales to the year, and you're supposed to report that to the government for your taxes. So there's some extra steps involved, which you can easily not pay taxes on those sales. You just have to put in you would have to go through and you have to write like, so you sold 6 yo-yos and you got $700 for them. So that's going to show you that $700 of income from the PayPal, and you would just have to mark it back down to 0 or negative and just put that you had paid originally $800 for those $700 worth of yo-yos. So then in the long run, if you get audited, then you'd have to have the receipts that prove you paid that for the yo-yos. So there's a bit of an issue, but if it's all in your PayPal transactions, you just have to find that transaction. But that's why everybody wants friends and family, because of that extra loop of the tax issue, which I don't think a lot of people know, that you're not going to have to pay income tax on it if you prove that you didn't make money on the sales. And that is a beautiful thing. The yo-yo gods have smiled upon us. The Gothams all tested to be A grades, and we have exactly 28, and 28 people put Gotham as their first choice on Patreon, so I'm pretty sure everybody's getting their first choice, which is that's a hallelujah! Hallelujah! Just scary for no protection. Yeah, so it depends on who you're buying from. Luckily enough, I don't really have to worry about that. I just do friends and family, but I think everybody knows me, so that helps. So nobody's worried about friends and family. Big success, yes. But I haven't seen a whole lot of the brass Arbiter X's. I'll tag you if I see one. Andrew, I am highly confident that there will be a extra foundry for you over there on Patreon when I list them today or tomorrow. Thanks for tuning into the testing. We've been live for about an hour, so I'm going to go have some lunch and then get to boxing and then shipping. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for keeping me entertained. Hopefully it entertained you a little bit around your lunch break or whatever time it is over there. Cool. See you guys in the next one.